Well, today marks the end of Agriculture Week, a celebration of one of Georgia's most crucial industries. Earlier this week, we sat down with Tyler Harper, the Republican State Agriculture Commissioner, to discuss some of the biggest issues facing our state's farmers and the people who buy their products. Egg prices have been front of mind for a lot of Americans and a lot of Georgians in recent months. They have been going up in recent months. Can Georgians expect egg prices to start falling anytime soon now?
So I think on egg prices, this is a perfect example of where the consumer, I think, gets a realization that things that happen at the farm level have a true impact on the supply chain. And so what we've dealt with high-path avian influenza across the country has had a direct impact on the food supply chain and on that supply-demand curve, as well as what's happening at the grocery store and the prices that consumers are seeing. Our team has done a really good job. We're the #1 poultry state in the country, yet we have some of the least significant impacts. And look, we're not resting on that. Our guard is not let down. Matter of fact, we're stepping up our game. You know, we had the first commercial detection in a flock a couple of weeks ago here in Georgia. And we acted quickly on that to address that, to ensure that we were able to contain and eradicate HPAI from our state, which we have, and now we're HPAI free again.
No bird flu in Georgia.
No bird flu in Georgia as I speak right now.
So to a consumer who is shopping every week and they're worried about these prices, it sounds like your message to them would be, you expect those prices to come back down.
Yep. So, to sum it up quickly, we've already seen over the last 2 weeks or so, egg prices have dropped already. We do expect that to normalize and continue over the next couple of weeks, next couple of months.
Let's talk about another thing that impacts Georgia farmers, and that's the weather.
Yep.
And we have unfortunately seen a series of devastating storms impact Georgia's farmers. Hurricane Helene is the most recent, but also Hurricane Irma, Hurricane Michael, or others that have had serious impacts on farmers across our state. To a farmer who might be watching this and thinking, I need some help, what would your message to them be?
The thing about agriculture is you can do everything right. You can plant on time, you can work to harvest on time, feed on time, but you could still lose everything overnight due to one of these devastating events. The most recent being Hurricane Helene, as you mentioned. A lot of our farmers and farm families are still reeling from that. They're still hurting, and there's a lot to be done to help them get back on their feet and ensure that they're able to continue to be successful. We're committed to that. I think on the state level, we've shown we're committed to that. This past fall, with the help of the governor, the speaker, the lieutenant governor, we were able to convene and put together $100 million to put towards forestry and agriculture through low-interest loans and cleanup grant programs for forestry specifically, and the low-interest loans for agriculture. Working with the legislature, we were able to add another $185 million to that in the amended budget. So a total of a $285 million package that Georgia has put together to help agriculture and the forestry communities get back on their feet.
Harper said he is also working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture to coordinate the rollout of some federal relief funds. To see more of our conversation, including how he thinks tariffs might impact Georgia farmers, look for our full interview streaming right now on 11 Alive Plus.